An intensely self-transformational experience that is part of my shamanic journey took place in 1981 as an apprentice of my beloved mentor and master, Don Celso Rojas Palomino, in the northern coastal regions of Peru, in the Chongoyape River Valley in northern Peru, during the time of the Shining Path terrorist group, in which they had ravaged the country with their violent antics. So there was a curfew out at nighttime, and we weren't permitted to go out at night to harvest the sacred plant medicines necessary for our mesadas, for our ritual healing gatherings on Tuesday and Friday nights at Don Celso's very humble home. He was a sugarcane farmer and had a dirt floor adobe home where on Tuesday and Friday nights, he would offer the community healing sessions that involve a ritual altar known as a mesa, or a ceremonial ground. So before that, we would go and harvest in the nighttime these plants that responded to the light of Mamaquilla, of Mother Moon. And in those days, the best plant medicine we could find was in this territory that was part of a military complex. So we'd have to sneak in through this barbed wire into pitch dark and go into this little rock outcropping where these beautiful San Pedrito cactuses were growing, and their white flowers were opening to the moon. And there's a precise time in which the medicine, the actual spirit of the plant, is so much more pronounced during that period of contact with the fullness of the moon. So we stealthily moved through this area knowing that there were military guards there, that if we were caught, we would be accused of being part of the Shining Path, and we would be either incarcerated for a long, long time or even accused as terrorists and shot on the spot. Yet my mentor, Don Celso, was very confident that through the blessings of the unseen world and his connection with his ancestral shamanic mentors, a field of protection and invisibility would be offered us. So we entered in. It was myself, Don Celso's son, and his son-in-law, which is also his two assistants, aside from myself, for these healing seances or sessions. Made our way in there and took our places where usually we used to go before this curfew was imposed. And we entered into a meditative state and created a field of protection around us and centered ourselves and stepped out of the way so that spirit could be present rather than just our human ego minds and individualities. So there was a collective force field that was anchored in that ground. And all of a sudden, I hear the barking of these dogs. And I hear the wheels of these big trucks approaching, and the voices of the military personnel. And I could feel, but not see, because I had my eyes closed. And Don Celso said, remain eyes closed, silent, dissolve, disappear, go beyond your breath. You are invisible. And we all complied. Yet the flashlights of these military personnel, I could see through my closed eyelids. And I could hear the sniffing of the dog in my ear, sniffing me. And I can hear the military walking right around us. And they said, and I heard them say in Spanish, no están, they're not here. Se deben haber ido al otro lado. They must have gone to the other place. And they packed up their things and they left. That experience made me realize how limited my understanding of reality was, and how this other dimensional space, time, hyperspace best described, is with us all the time, that the spirit world is not only a theoretical notion, but an actual experiential allowance, an experiential world that is available to anybody willing to let go of their conditioned sense of consensual reality. And aside from that, an impeccable trust in the guidance sourced from love of one of the greatest healers and shamanic mentors that I know exists in the world. This story transformed my life, or this experience transformed my life, and is one of others that progressively allowed me to do what I do now, which is just be a friendly holographic projection of your own beauty as healers in the world.